Alright, welcome back. I'm Lewis. This is now the third part of the tutorial for how to train dragons. Like I already said a couple times, I'm doing this live, so this will have some mistakes in it, language-wise and also gameplay-wise. So just bear with me if you see like something in the gameplay that I will say, well, this was a mistake. You should not see it as like, well, he's so bad. Just see it as like, well, that's not how to do it. Just like an explanation how not to do it. So yeah, we're back in Havenholm. We're in the dungeons now. Every part of the game is, like, consists of like an overt section in the dungeon. And now we're in Havenholm. So what you want to do here, start a roll. You can switch, skip this camera pan, but it's kind of finicky, pretty tight. So in this room, we want to go immediately to the left side. And continue to the left side. And here is like another tech. So if you hit the switch buttons and roll immediately, you can like still have control over the characters while the animation is playing. Like you see, I don't have control right now. So I switched a little bit too early. Trying to do it better now. Here there's another like switch you can do to skip a camera pan, and I'm trying to do it correct here. So we want to hit this switch and immediately go into the door. So what I'm doing, I hit the switch to patch and roll towards the door like this, because that skips a camera pan, and that's gonna be used in this section here as well. So we hit this switch and go into the door immediately to skip the camera pans. So here's the first actual fight we have to do. It's gonna be, I like to use charge attacks and normal attacks, and we want to like clear them as fast as possible. Basically, when I see somebody's charging at me, I like to attack the other person, because normally only the hammer guy charges at me. So here we actually open this box, like this is the only treasure box we actually need because it contains the hammer. And once we can equip the hammer, we keep on pressing the Y button or the triangle button on the PS4 controller to recall back to the beginning. So we open this, equip it, and now we can actually press the button. And we still have control here, so you can try to maneuver yourself to the next door. I never get it. It's like, yeah, I always get stuck. But the hammer is actually the only thing we need in this like dungeon. So next thing is you go immediately upwards. And we don't need to do anything here, because now we get in this like big puzzle room. And what we're gonna do here, we're skipping the whole right side of this dungeon, and we're doing another up warp. So I keep on running into this corner of the box. I can also, and then I'm actually gonna push the boulder down. I keep on pressing left to run against the wall, and then I can down warp. So again, it needs some practice. You need to get some feeling for it to actually get the up warp. But since you can switch so quickly, it's not too bad. Like it's super easy once you actually learn it. So you saw I got like 2 to 3 seconds every time. So once you get the feeling for it, where to stand and when to switch, it's actually pretty consistent. Then we're gonna switch this box 2 times. Again, you can do a roll here, a perfect roll, to actually switch or move during the animation. Technically, you can do an up warp here as well. Like I did it in one of my PBs, but it's, in my opinion, not worth it, because it's like super precise and you can just do it like this. But what's worth it is doing the down warp here. And with that we actually skipped all the left side and all the right side. Well, we didn't skip all of the left side because we still got the hammer, but we skipped all of the right side. Here, going left, then to the right. And there's a pretty like tight camera skip you can do. I didn't get it here. Okay, got it. I didn't get it here either. Yeah, like I said, there are a lot of camera skips you can do. And some of them you kind of feel and know how to do it. Like this one, I usually don't really bother with it because just one text box which loses like 0.5 to 1 second. Of course they add up over the whole run, but it's an hour-long run and losing 5 seconds because you missed one text box skip. It's like 5 seconds. You can save 5 seconds easily at other places. Okay, boulder puzzle here. This game loves boulder puzzles. The way I do it is like this. You push it once, and you have to be on the hammer, of course, for pushing the blocks. Then you want to niche yourself like into here, and then slightly turn to the left side once you hit it, so you can hit this one to the left side. You're going here, push it right, right again. This one you can also do the same. Push it onto this block and then once down. That's how I do it. I think it's the fastest way actually to do it. I think Steve does another way. Not exactly sure, but that's my way to do it. And then really important, you go to the right side in this section. You can go left side or right side. Both lead to the same area, but on the left side there's like 2 camera pans in the fight, I think. I wasn't there in a really long time, so I just usually go right side. And then you hope that those guys are friendly, so you can actually just run past them. Go into this section, and again roll out of the transition and sprint all the way to the top. So here's the next like camera or cutscene. Like always, spam the A button. Like not really much you have to do else here. Just spam it, spam it, spam it. And then you can actually roll through all those tables. Don't have to walk around it. And we're up to the boss fight. Okay, I said there won't be any cuts, but I kinda lied because I died, because it was explained too much. I'm gonna explain how to do this boss fight now. So this is like a small disclaimer. Steve TV Online knows how to do this boss fight way better. There's some manipulation you can do. I'm trying to do my best to actually show them off. But all you want to do actually here is like, you want to make it so the hot burp actually charges into those pillars. I failed the first one here, which is actually the easy one. But yeah, if you want to stay here, then it's gonna shoot like fire a couple times. At some point it's gonna like actually charge at you. And for the first phase I actually like to do a charge attack for air. Like this. You can do it in one cycle. Failed here. Then you want to actually go to the upper part and step on the next button and switch immediately. And you want to keep on staying on the stairs so it comes close to the actual pillar. And you want to stay under like the shadow so he actually charges immediately at you. And then I usually switch to the axe. I don't stay on the hammer because you can stun lock air with quick attacks. So every time she tries to like grapple away, if you hit her during that animation, she will be stun locked for a brief amount of time and you can hit her again. Also during this cutscene you keep on like having how's it called, control. Failed this miserably. So we want to go to this button and then make it so he charges again at you. So you usually just stand back here. And here's another phase where you want to stun lock her. which is another reason I use the axe, because the axe is quicker than the hammer. And if you're worried about taking damage, you can just roll to avoid all the damage. I can see I'm like at a quarter heart here. But I know I'm still fine. Because every time it's getting close, I can just roll again. With that I defeated Air and also the dungeon. And yeah, that's basically it for all of Havenholm. I was able to show off the manipulation with standing on the stairs once. I messed up the second manipulation, but that's because I moved to the wrong direction. Just a funny glitch you can do here actually is, you remember like the thing we did in the tutorial with the terror mail? We can do the same thing here. We're not supposed to actually move around our characters here, and it has some weird effects because the game actually is like scripted where you actually should like the cutscene play and the animation, everything. So you can move patch and scribble around here like this. And this is also the weird effect that we can do stuff like this. Yeah, I will continue this tutorial until we're actually at Walker's Mountain, and then I will do a cut. So here there's gonna be a little like tutorial section about flying, how to do flying. So again, just spam the A button. If you played this game, you know how to do it. So we actually want to go to Havenholm as quickly as possible. So I try to dive down and press the Y button so we can land immediately. There's gonna be another like little cutscene where the lore progresses and the story, but since this is speedrun, we don't really care about it, so we're gonna skip like past everything. Again, just do a roll to start the cutscene immediately. And spam the A button. It's kind of a theme in this game. Go through the text as quickly as possible. That's also why language doesn't really matter in this game, because there's instant text. It's only gonna be grunts for the voiceovers. And like they're not dubbed or anything. It's the same grunts for everybody. Just spam the A button again. But you wanna be kinda careful. Don't get like off your game and browse on Twitter or something, because you wanna fly off to the air as quickly as possible, so we can skip another text box in the little cutscene. So once all this cutscene finished, gonna start the Y button so we can overlap this cutscene with the actual animation. So once you're back into the air, you can see in the background Walker's Mountain, and that's where we are aiming right now. This is like this big crown. I like to go like down and then up every once so often, or just stay at the bottom here. So we want to trigger like, there's a little cutscene, we want to trigger it as quickly as possible. It starts around here, so you saw like this animation. That means you actually trigger the cutscene. So you want to go there as quickly as possible. You can see it in the background. I was too close to the actual area, so I got stuck there. Yeah, just keep pressing forward till I'm close to the actual Walker's map. Once I'm close, I'm actually like pull back down so I can gain some height, because I need some height to actually land on Walker's map. And that's the first, basically third of the run. That's the tutorial, Havenholm, hub section, then the dungeon, the boss fight, and the travel to Walker's Mount. So yeah, I hope this tutorial was helpful so far, and I will continue with the rest soon. So see you then.